Let's make some super easy, tiny little crates for your tabletop.
First, grab some foam board, or really any material. Here I'm just sizing up with my mini to get the scale that I like. Cut a bunch of little squares out at whatever shape and size you like. I also glued some together because that's the size I wanted. You can really make these whatever size you want. Once you have a bunch of those, grab some wood. I'm using coffee stirrers because popsicle sticks are sometimes too thick. I'm also using an angle miter shear, but you can use any cutter and any type of glue. I'm using hot glue because it cures fast. This is why I love this shear. You can kind of cut it right on the box. Optionally, sand the sides. You really don't have to do that, and just glue them up around all the edges like this. You could easily stop here, but I like to add a couple extra bits of wood to make a more interesting shape. Make a bunch of those, gather them up, and it's time to paint. You could honestly just stick with one color of brown. I like to grab a bunch of different colors just to simply add variety. I don't think I used every single one of these, but I did use at least 4 or 5 of them. I suggest using washes or really watered down paints because then you can still see the wood texture coming through. And here's the variety of colors I chose. It does look a little rainbowy, but I knock it back eventually with the dry brush. This is just a really easy and quick way to add variety without having to add too much detail. Then I grab a light white and do a little dry brush. This knocks back some of the saturation and just makes everything look a little sun-beaten, a little worn out. Here you can see 2 of the same colors being compared before and after dry brush. And ooh, look at these final crates. They look awesome. I made a little over a dozen, and it probably took about an hour or 2, maybe a little bit longer if you factor in the paint drying time. The great thing about these is they're easy, they're quick, and you can use them in just about any setting, fantasy or modern. If you found this tutorial useful or you just want to support my channel, click on through and check out some of my other videos.